Wednesday, presented by State Farm. Anthony Davis and the Pelicans against LeBron James. Anthony Davis will start. He'll play 7-minute spurts in the first, second, and third quarters.
Why does he want to do trade? You should not have to play him.
Well, it's been just so odd because former Laker Julius Randle has had a nice season, averaging a career-high 20 points per game. Anthony Davis was struggling as a team. Holiday has not been the problem. Ingram underneath. Boys, he played well of late. 29 points per game his last 3.
And he's good in transition, getting himself into the post. He's able to take advantage of mismatches down there.
Randle throws it up there for himself and missed the dunk.
Yeah, their schedule's difficult. They're going to have to play great basketball to get in, and they're going to
floor right now. If he played the whole game, you know, get your 50 tonight.
Great pass by James and the slam by Ingram. 3 assists already. Stan growing up, to be honest with you.
I'm going to...
Randle plays through contact and gets the bucket. There is the MVP, by the way. Rondo through the lane. Nifty shot, but it wouldn't fall. James, great hustle there to get the rebound. Kuzma goes to the left hand and banks it in again.
That's terrific agility by finish with the left hand.
Randle on the cut, gets deep, scores, and a foul. He with the slam out of the timeout. Who is the better player?
Jeff was. No question. Okay, look, I honestly think, Dave, I was a better...
For not getting you more shots. You're not allowed to tell your kid who's an athlete the truth anymore.
No, that's true. Hey, look.
Bounds. He's averaging a triple-double since returning from injury. Randle puts it on the floor, attacks, and scores over.
Hard when he's on the floor as when he's off. I think those are two different things.
Randle with the head. You know, Lonzo Ball, second pick. Brandon Ingram, second pick. They've missed the playoffs 5 straight years. They had missed it 5 times in their history prior to this stretch. James with the bucket.
Those numbers say that you're a legitimate contender.
Inside a minute to go. Here's Ingram penetrating. Finishes through contact. Scored the last 6 points as Johnson couldn't get the free throws. Here's James on the attack. Great finish with the left hand.
Walk away.
You don't know how quick I would sign that. Like, just
time as little kids.
Here's Ingram on the drive, gets the layup. Coach, and obviously Jeff and Stan, there's been a lot of discussion, speculation. The lob to Davis for the throwdown about
me, unlike Mark Jackson, who's just always trying to like
so hard to make up that ground.
Well, they got to pass multiple teams.
Sure.
Too. It's not just one team they're having to walk down.
They're even with Minnesota. They've got to catch Sacramento. Then they've got to catch either San Antonio or the Clippers. And there was I was on SportsCenter Coast to Coast this morning, and Kerry Champion brought out a stat. I don't even know where they get these things, but I guess from Second Spectrum, where the Warriors were last in the league over the last so many games.
Who, the Warriors or the Lakers?
I'm sorry, the Lakers, but it's something pretty easy to correct also. Run back.
And Milwaukee has the best record in the league at 46-14 as Drew. Well, there are not many brothers who've been head coaches in the NBA.
Well, you want to win. That's the effort you make.
Here's Jackson for 3. It's good.
Have played their best basketball when he's been on the bench or not playing.
Loose ball with the shot clock at 2. And
to each other. You know, so they played the game, beat the Lakers without...
On Kuzma. James goes to the rim, uncontested with the slam.
I would have expected 100 plus, but we can get to 150, 160 points in the paint.
There's 2.
Like, I thought, like, back when this layup fest is to create opportunities for themselves on the run.
I mean, 21 first-half assists for the Lakers. There's Randle.
Guys.
Payton gets the roll. Were you this quiet, Jeff, growing up? I mean, Stan starts talking and you just go quiet. Are you intimidated?
What are you trying? Dave Pash?
Oh, just having fun. Kuzma underneath to Rondo, gets the layup. Here's Davis again. Payton with...
And look, you got Kyle Kuzma and Anthony Davis. That's the definition of mismatch.
Right now, the Lakers are 2 back in the loss column of both the Clippers and San Antonio. But that could change tonight because they're getting beat right now. The Kuzma.
But we never wanted to double team him, and we tried very hard never to put two guys on the ball. Trap and pick and roll. A little bit of resistance there at the rim by the Lakers.
No resistance defensively for the Pelicans against that. LeBron scrapes the sky for the stop. Kuzma again, hammer time.
What's the record?
Given that he's over 20 minutes now played.
I mean, we are talking about by far one of the best players in the NBA. That'd be like saying
Julius Randle comes back and drills a three. Rondo, McGee, Ingram, and Hart on the floor for LA. Ingram has 20 points. McGee, and that's just
a lot of good things.
McGee,
the best player, and that's not available to Alvin Gentry. He's got to try to win a game and not play.
Rondo penetrates, scores again, and the lead is up to 12. Help a team win a championship, perhaps.
Well, first of all, Anthony Davis fits with any team.
True.
And will be the best player on most teams. And so we don't know what his priorities are. Is it winning above all else? Is it winning to a point but in a certain location? You don't know, and he doesn't have final say, but you don't know what his priorities are. So it's hard to speculate exactly what he wants to do with the next few years of his career.
Are either of you concerned about one playoff series win? How much do you put that on his shoulders? How much of that on the pieces around him? Because he's of the guys on the roster right now, he's the only player that was drafted by the Pelicans.
Yeah, look, I mean, you have to put some of it on him. I mean, when you get into these things with these great players, people will always blame the organization that they haven't done enough to help Anthony Davis or whatever. I don't know how much of it goes on him. He's obviously a great player, but he can't take no responsibility for whatever lack of success they've had.
Holiday for three. It's a two. His foot on the line, but the Pelicans climbing back within 3. 109-106. As that again was a 2. Bullock with a nice drive and finish.
You don't see a lot of drives off of Reggie Bullock. Usually if he's going to get layups, they're off cuts. He's not a put-it-on-the-floor guy.
Year, Westbrook averaging a triple-double for the 3rd straight year. Paul George, an MVP candidate. Miller steps into one and buries a 3. Ingram driving. Terrific. And the first fourth quarter turnover by New Orleans. Look at Randle being physical with James. Shot clock down to 4. LeBron lost it. Now regains, fires away, and drills it!
I've seen that a lot as an opposing coach, where you think you're playing great defense and he makes one of those shots. It's absolutely disheartening.
And did you see the look on Anthony Davis's face?
Yeah, he said, that's my boy. I'm going to be playing with him next year.
Look at this shot. I mean, you can't play into the game because you got Rondo, LeBron, and Ingram, all whom you can foul.
Holiday for 3, short, rebounded by Bullock. Gives it up to Ingram. And Bullock should have just held on to the ball. He's an 83.
Win 3 out of those 5 games.
Even if they play great defense, I'm not sure they can win 3 of 5 games. But injuries, like Giannis only played 24 minutes. Is he available on Friday? I mean, all these things are important.
Stan, it was great. Had a lot of fun with you guys.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dave. Appreciate it.
125-119, Lakers with 74 points in the paint, tying a season high. LeBron James, 33 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds, a big forced turnover down the stretch against Drew Holiday as the Lakers